you and Patty got Rhonda and Sherri tonight. You'll go on and whip on those tough old birds. So the reviews were great on our match. You did really good, though.
Thanks. Asshat Scott insisted on it. We're not trying to step on you or lay Fem's toes. I remember the last time I was here, and it didn't go very well at all.
Yeah, well, that's been squashed for a long time now. You didn't know you were coming out of pocket, and I pointed it out. I like you enough to have at least told you, instead of jumping you like some nobody peon. Nadidi, we're good.
Good to know. I don't think Pats and me are gonna have too much trouble with Sherri and Rhonda. We've both beat Em before. So what's your deal? You not scheduled tonight?
Latham's got a 6-woman tag with Angie and Las Reinas. Gotta be here to back up my girls.
I hope they win. Good luck, Jeannie, and I guess I'll see you again soon, right?
Yeah, I think we will. You and Patty, you'll be cool. And again, good luck tonight.
You too.
Fans, welcome back to the second half of tonight's RWL race from Edmonton. Don Hickson, Myron Schimmelman, and Hangman Tex Lynch here with you for the second half. 3 huge matches on tap, 2 big ladies matches, and the main event involving the German super soldier Josef von Schmidt and Rob the Bod Whitley. Plus, we got a terrific 6-woman tag team match involving Les Femmes Fatales, Jet Williams, Mimi Emerson, and Taylor Holly Combs, and they're going to be facing Angie Angel Guns and Las Reinas.
That's right, but first, there's one that, well, now. Sherri Martel and Ronda Rousey of Too Short Papa's stable joining forces in a non-title matchup against Patty Powers and Liberty Belle Danielle.
Welcome back. Our second half opening match is a non-title tag match, scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, representing Bell Unlimited, from Venice Beach, California, Ronda Rousey, and from Nashville, Tennessee, Sherri Martel.
And so the regrettable business between MJ Ferrantino and Too Short Popeye Scott Bell continues, this time in doubles, in a double act, with Sherri Martel and Ronda Rousey joining forces for the first time, as I understand it, facing American Powers in this non-title ladies tag matchup. And you know, that little douche nozzle can cry all he wants, but he's the one that makes these decisions for his people.
Yes, sir, Too Short is a yellow dog of a cowardly cat, and everybody knows it. But Ronda Rousey and Sherri Martel, that is an interesting combination. Ronda Rousey with that MMA cage fighting style, and Sherri Martel, a seasoned veteran in the ring, should make for an interesting combination against American Power.
And those 2 ladies' tags seem to be extraordinarily busy, not only on Snarl, but here making a rare appearance on RWL Rage.
Their opponents, they are RWL Women's Triple Crown Champions, and the reigning RWL Women's World Tag Team Champions, Powerhouse Patty Powers, and All-American Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote, American Powers.
Well, Dandy Don, you know you folks here at Rage, you've got Dynamite Jeannie Parker and Les Femmes Fatales. Us all over at Snarl, we got Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote, my honey. And Powerhouse Patty Powers, one of my second favorite people in the whole world, the ladies Triple Crowners, American Powers, making a rare exception, showing up here on Rage tonight to face Too Short Papa's pairing of Ronda Rousey and Sherri Martel.
And I don't think Sherri Martel and Ronda Rousey have very much of a chance.
Frosty the Snowman has a better chance on the corner of Hellfire Boulevard and Brimstone Lane, Don.
Guys, I'm banking on them not having a chance. I've done everything but slap a hex on those 2. Alright, in a rematch of sorts, it'll be Ronda Rousey and Patty Powers starting things off in this tag team matchup. And there's a little bit of bad blood between these 2, that's for sure. The bell sounds. They come center ring. They lock it up, power and elbow. Patty Powers whips Ronda Rousey to her team's corner. Gets a hold of her. Headlock punch. Ronda comes out of the corner. Patty goes behind. Gets a hold of her. Has her up. Back suplex from Powerhouse Patty. Patty Powers Rounds up Ronda Rousey, clubbing overhand right to the back. Ronda whip to the other team's corner again. Here comes Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Danielle with a kick to the ribs of Ronda Rousey, a drop toe hold. And into an immediate submission. Danielle wasting absolutely no time. But Ronda Rousey counters with a couple of shots to the face. Back up on her feet. Gets a hold of Danielle Heathcote. An axe kick. Takes Danielle down to the canvas. Danielle trying to get back up on her feet, but Ronda Rousey right there. A hard forearm. Takes Danielle down to the canvas. Ronda Rousey rounds up Danielle. Hard whip to the opposing team's corner. And Ronda Rousey going to take it herself. Smashes Danielle's head into the turnbuckle. It's a hold over a series of driving knees into the midsection. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Danielle counters, finds her way out of the corner. With this, turned her attention away to Sherri Martel. Must have been momentarily distracted. Ronda Rousey with a discus punch off the shoulders to Danielle Heathcote. Danielle whipped again to the opposing team's corner. And again, Ronda Rousey with a kick to the leg. Danielle comes out of the corner. Ronda Rousey gathers her up again. A knee to the head. And down goes Danielle. Ronda Rousey again whipping Danielle to the opposing team's corner. And here comes Sherri Martel with a shot to the ribs of Danielle Heathcote. Sherri Martel certainly not fond of either member of American Powers. Danielle quickly counters, goes behind on Sherri Martel, delivers a shot to the back, whips her to American Powers corner. Danielle takes herself up to the middle rope. An inverted dragon sleeper hanging Sherri Martel up there. Drops her down and allows her to roll out towards center ring. Danielle rounds up Sherri Martel once more. Whipped into the opposing team's corner. Here comes Patty Powers on the tag. And here's an assisted an assisted shoulder tackle. Patty drives an elbow into the head of Sherri Martel. Patty Powers firmly in control of Sherri Martel, and American Powers firmly in control of the opposing team here. Here's a cover. One. But just the one. Sherri Martel finds her way out of danger here as Powerhouse Patty rounds her up again. Hard whip to the American Powers corner. Another tag to Liberty Bell Danielle. Another kick to the ribs for Sherri Martel. Sherri quickly evades. Tags Danielle with the right. Misses with the chop block. Catches a boot to the face from Liberty Bell Danielle. Here's the tag to Ronda Rousey. Sherri catching one more stomp from Danielle before she leaves. Danielle opens up with a series of chops on Ronda Rousey. A drop toe hold and right back into the leg lock again. Another possible submission. But Ronda Rousey turns it around. A series of shots to the face of Liberty Bell Danielle. Rousey quickly put to a stop here by Danielle, but countering with a series of elbows. Danielle Heathcote elbowed over. And a clothesline from Ronda Rousey, keeping Danielle on their side of the ring. Is actually a very wise strategy. Ronda Rousey catches a forearm from Danielle. Danielle goes behind, has her up in the electric chair drop. Boom! Oh man! Ronda Rousey tags in Sherri Martel. Danielle hasn't seen it coming. They lock up. One arm suplex. And boy, Sherri Martel went rolling. Liberty Bell Danielle whips her to American Powers corner. And again, takes herself up to the middle rope. Inverted dragon sleeper hanging Sherri Martel up there. And just lets her crumple to the center of the ring. Danielle covers and hooks the leg. One. But Ronda Rousey breaks up the pin. Danielle Heathcote figuring out where she's going to go next. There's a stomp to the midsection of Sherri Martel. Danielle going for the crossface center ring. No ropes for Sherri Martel to get to. And she's won many a match with this submission, but she releases the hold. Sherri Martel looks like she might have been squeezed out. Patty Powers comes in on the tag. Patty Rounds up. Sherri Martel gets a hold of her. Hard whip to the corner again. Sherri Martel spending an awful lot of time in the American Powers corner. Patty Powers smashes her head into the turnbuckle, tags her with a hard right hand. And again, smashes Sherri Martel's head into the buckle. Here comes Danielle Heathcote on the tag. Here comes another double team from American Powers. Sherri Martel whipped to the ropes. Back body drop for Sherri Martel. As Liberty Bell Danielle pursues Sherri Martel to the outside, changes her mind on the high-risk maneuver. Goes after Ronda Rousey, instead catches a forearm to the face from Ronda. Danielle not giving up yet. Here's a shot, and here's an enziguri. And both members of Ronda Rousey's team are down as Patty Powers is brought in on the tag. Powerhouse Patty waiting for Sherri Martel to get back in the ring. Sherri charges. Here's a loop as press and a series of hard right hands to the head of Patty Powers. Sherri Martel turning her attention to Liberty Bell Danielle, hangs her up the top rope. Patty Powers right there, locks up Sherri Martel. Sherri counters with elbows to Patty Powers. Patty backs off. They lock up. Patty shoves her away, charges. Shoves her away again. And another loop does press. And another series of hard right hands from Sherri Martel to Patty Powers. Sherri Martel. Looks like she might be beating it out of town. Here's Ronda Rousey on the tag. Patty Powers on the ropes on the other side of the ring. Ronda Rousey catches a shoulder from Powerhouse Patty. Patty rounds her up. Snaps the arm on Ronda Rousey. Catches a slap to the face from Sherri Martel. Well, that's not gonna sit well. As Patty Powers, Ronda Rousey opens up with a series of shots and a DDT, taking Patty down to the mat as Ronda Rousey goes for the cover. One and just a one. Patty Powers powering out of the pin. A little bit of showboating here from Ronda Rousey. And well, they are an extremely unpopular team, both her and Sherri Martel. A series of wrist clutch kicks to the side of the head of Powerhouse Patty. Patty back up on her feet. Catches a cheap shot from Sherri Martel and a knee to the head from Ronda Rousey. Ronda with the advantage at the moment. Patty comes back inside the ring. Goes behind on Patty Powers. Hard shot. Patty Powers whipped to the ropes. Patty puts on the brakes. Delivers a shot to the midsection herself. Ronda Rousey whipped to American Powers corner. Patty countered by Ronda Rousey. Turning her attention to Liberty Bell Danielle again, and back to Patty Powers, a series of kicks to the ribs. Danielle with a forearm to the face of Ronda Rousey as she returns to go back to work on Patty Powers. A kick to the calf, draped over the middle rope. Ronda Rousey takes Patty Powers down, now into a series of mounted punches, schoolyard bully style. Ronda Rousey with those MMA skills steps out, and here comes Sherri Martel. Sherri moving in on a way out Patty. Patty catches a stomp to the leg. Another stomp from Sherri Martel. And a third. Patty Powers looking like she is in trouble, and Sherri Martel seems to be enjoying it all. Patty trying to get back to her feet. Sherri Martel turns her over. Delivers an elbow to the leg. And Patty Powers might want to consider tagging out at this point. He is taking quite a bit of punishment from Sherri Martel. And another stomp to the leg. Sherri Martel rounds Patty Powers up to a standing position. Hard whip to the opposing team's corner. Sherri Martel moves in slowly, catches an elbow from Patty Powers. Patty locks up. Sherri Martel slams her face down to the canvas with an impromptu facebuster. And here comes Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Sherri Martel back up on her feet. They lock it up, collar and elbow. Danielle whips Sherri to the corner. Hard shot right to the face. Down goes Sherri Martel. A stomp to the midsection. Now Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote putting the boots. As Sherri Martel, as she rolls out center ring. Danielle rounds up. Sherri Martel gets a hold of her. Hard whip to the American Powers corner yet again, but this time Danielle going to take it on her own. Drives Sherri's back into the turnbuckles and a German release suplex that sends her to the other side of the ring. Followed up with a stomp. Danielle rounds her up. Look at this. Fisherman with a bridge and a cover. 1, 2, 3, and there you have it. American Powers defeating Sherri Martel and Ronda Rousey by pinfall.
Here's the time, 10 minutes and 6 seconds, and your winners, American Powers.
Oh, Myron, I would imagine you're insufferably pleased with yourself, and this particular outcome is once again too short. Popeye Scott Bell is embarrassed this time at the hands of the women's Triple Crowner champions, Danielle Heathcote and Powerhouse Patty Powers, picking up a pinfall win over Sherri Martel and Ronda Rousey.
This is why we love them over at Snarl, man. They're the best. Consistent winners.
They most certainly are. Powerhouse Patty and Liberty Bell Danielle picking up a win. We've got more RWL Rage coming right up, right after these messages.